Hey guys, we're here about to play match one, round one of a Magic Origins draft. We have a pretty good hand that we're going to keep. We'll lead with Evolving Wilds and fetch. Well, I don't know which one I'll fetch, but probably won't matter by the time we get to the mana necessary for these two big spells. Now I know I will fetch a Plains, so thank you for answering that question for me. Then we'll play Shambling Ghoul. Probably also Bloodcurse Knight, but we can also sort of be conservative here and hang back while he does stuff, since we know we have Tragic Arrogance. So that Topin Freeblade's a little annoying. We're not going to be able to block it because of our Shambling Ghoul's deficiencies. So, but that's okay. We'll make it anyway. Player Ghoul tap, so his Freeblade will get Renowned. If our opponent starts playing like a bunch of creatures, I may be less inclined to play my Bloodcurse Knight right now. But I can keep the Bloodcurse Knight alive once I Tragic Arrogance. That's the cool thing about Tragic Arrogance, so I probably should still just play it. Alright, I wish I had one of those, but I don't. Now I know why. Yeah, we'll just play out our Knight. I don't have an enchantment right now, so he's not super awesome, but that's okay. We're going to have mana for Tragic Arrogance and Unholy Hunger soon. Depending on how things go, I probably Tragic Arrogance first, especially if our opponent's like got one card left in his hand, and then I can Arrogance and then Unholy Hunger and feel pretty good about the game. Alright. Well, that's annoying. Okay, I'm just going to take it. Okay, and then Tuka Husk is pretty nice to get right now. So I will play him. Make it seem like we have Enshrouding Misstep, which we don't, but he doesn't know that. Come on, play some more cards from your hand, dude. I know you want to. Maybe you don't want to. Yeah, we'll just take 2 in the air. Playing the Husk at least slows down the beats and hopefully makes him want to commit something else to the field. Like that. Question is whether or not I use Tragic Arrogance now. I probably don't. I probably want to use Unholy Hunger first now, the way things have gone. Just drawing land now. It'd be nice to draw something to back up our Unholy Hunger or Tragic Arrogance. If I Unholy Hunger one of these, he then has to play something else from his hand, which seems pretty appealing. At least probably will be his plan, to play something from his hand. Alright. Go away. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a thing asking me if I want to install updates. I'm trying to get it to go away, but okay. I'm just gonna Unholy Hunger the bigger one. And take 2. The problem is, even after I Tragic Arrogance, he's going to have either a flyer or a Topin Freeblade. I'm hoping he plays like something that gives him a Thopter token right now. But that's still a flyer, which we don't love. Okay, now I'm happy to leave him with a Crow and Jailer. So I think I probably Tragic Arrogance now. Ooh, now we have a nice backup too after we do it. So yeah, we're going to use Tragic Arrogance. First, actually, I guess I'm going to sacrifice Shambling Ghoul to my Nintuko Husk. Hopefully he doesn't have removal in response. Okay. And then we go Tragic Arrogance. Choose an artifact, a creature, an enchantment, and a planeswalker controlled by each player. Okay, so choose and choose. And now he has to sacrifice the rest. Right? It's kind of a tricky card the way it's worded. Yeah, okay. Okay, so that's pretty good for us. And we have a Knightly Valor to back it up, and we can swing in for 4 right now, too. That's why I sacked it to my Husk, because it would have died otherwise. See if we can get back ahead now that we've... You know, we got a 2-for-1 there, basically, is all we did, but we needed to do it, given our life total. And I left him with a pretty mediocre creature. Crowan Jailer is pretty bad, because he has to like leave so much mana up if he wants to be able to use its ability, so it's not great. If he has like a Prickle Boar or something, that's going to be pretty bad for us, though. Any flyer, really, too, would be pretty bad, even after Tragic Arrogance. Okay, Ravaging Blaze is also pretty bad. But he's down to 1 card. If we draw a creature, we can Knightly Valor it. If we don't, we're going to be pretty sad. We didn't, so I could Knightly Valor his guy just to give me a Knight, but it gives his guy +2/+2 in Vigilance, so it's not really worth the investment. Yeah, that's bad. Gonna be hard to make it out of this one. Okay, that's better than some things. We can play Eyeblight Assassin and Knightly Valor, and then hope we draw a kill spell soon, I guess. So we'll kill a Crowan Jailer. We actually have 1 turn to draw a kill spell. I say soon, but it needs to be right away, basically. So we do have a number of removal spells in our deck that would be pretty good right now, but we just don't have them. Yep, makes sense. Swing for 4. See if he has a Lightning Javelin to just finish it. Oh, or Titan Strength. That'll do it too. All right, well, we got rocked this game. Kind of on our back foot the whole time. Even with, Tragic Arrogance, we weren't able to get back on top. We got a little bit flooded, but our deck also isn't incredible. So, I almost think like a second Yoked Ox might be good here, given what we saw from him early. Yeah, and take out another Bloodsucker. Let's try that. We really just need to not take so much damage early like we did that time. I mean, we were going to eventually, like if I had, say, 10 more life, I probably could have pulled out of that with the help of removal and stuff like that, but I just didn't get it. I didn't have that life. Maybe I should put Healing Hands in. No, I don't think so. I think the Yoked Ox is a better choice. All right, our opponent's sideboarding. I will resume the recording when he's done. All right, we're here with game 2 of round 1, match 1. I think I keep this. We do have lots of 1-drops. I mean, 1 and 2 drops. By that I mean 3. We don't have any black yet, which is a little bad, but I think that's okay. I think I'll lead with the Anointer, because chances are he won't play something I need to start blocking right away on turn 1. He probably does on turn 2, but yeah, we do need to draw a Swamp if we want things to go really well here. Or an Evolving Wilds. I'd take an Evolving Wilds. Crow and Jailer? Yeah, okay. Well, I'm fine with that. I mean, I'd probably kill it with my Eyeblight Assassin just to get some value, but if his plan primarily consists of a Crow and Jailering, then I'm okay with that. We end our turn. We can play the Yoked Ox next turn. If we draw black, we can play our Eyeblight Assassin, which would be really nice. Alright, Majoring Bully. Alright, well, Yoked Ox is pretty good at blocking that. And if he wants to invest mana in like tapping my guy down so he can swing every turn, then more power to him. There's Swamp. Yeah, I think now we actually play Eyeblight Assassin. Take down the Jailer, because why not? And we swing with our Cleric. And we pump it. And we end our turn. Wonder if our opponent's stuck on 2 lands. I'll just take Majoring Bully right here. I mean, there's no reason to block at this point. Especially because I can just play Yoked Ox next turn and block it for the foreseeable future. Titan Strength, maybe? So he can scry and hit me for a bunch? Yeah. And I guess he probably is mana screwed if he's trying to scry with Titan Strength. So it'll drop us to 16, yeah. Because we gain that 2 life. Yep, alright, well. Somewhat helpful for us. Alright, now I still probably won't play the Yoked Ox, I just keep drawing other things. We'll just swing with everything. And we'll play our Charging Griffin. And end our turn. So we have a bunch of damage on the table right now. And his Majoring Bully has to attack. So if he doesn't play another blocker, we hit him for 8 this turn. Okay, he drew a land, so he can probably play blocker. If we draw mana for Unholy Hunger, though, then I'd be pretty happy. I'll just take the 2 again. Gaining some life is annoying for us, that's for sure. Alright, we just swing with everything still. We're going to play the Yoked Ox finally, and it can hang back and... Oh, we don't swing with that, actually. If he wants to block... Okay, then we'll pump my Griffin. Which puts him at 6. And I'll play Yoked Ox. And end the turn. Got a much more aggressive hand this time, which isn't usually going to happen in our deck because we have like 12 creatures, but went pretty well this time. That's the thing. The key in this format usually is just curving out the way we did with 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's harder to do in a deck like this, but we do have powerful removal that can sometimes get us out of not curving out, I think. I'm hoping anyway. Probably has like Fiery Impulse or something. Or Swift Reckoning. All seems possible. Especially since he's thinking. Probably trying to decide what he wants to kill. Yeah, Yoked Ox is actually pretty good in a matchup like this one, especially when, I mean, if we wouldn't have to cite it in if our deck had more playable creatures in it, but in this matchup, I think lowering the curve the way we did and taking out the Bloodsuckers for the Yoked Ox is smart. All right, he's got 4 mana now. He may have that X-Burn spell. Would make sense to kill our flyer with it, if he has it. He's deep in the tank, that's for sure. Molten Vortex, that's bad. That can pull him out of the problems he's having right now. Although he doesn't have a bunch of lands, we know that much. So maybe not. And his Majoring Bully has to attack here, so if he doesn't have a land in his hand or a creature, then he's in pretty big trouble, even if we don't draw Swamp for Unholy Hunger. Let's move this to where it should be. I think I blocked the Majoring Bully. Oh, he's doing something right away. Oh, now I can't, so I'll just take a bunch of damage instead. 6 to be exact. But if that's all he's got, then we're in pretty good shape. He may have a Fiery Impulse, though. Oh, good, we drew a Swamp. So let's just kill the Cleric. I can even attack with Yoked Ox and give it +1. Yeah, so we won that game. Helped out by our opponent's mana problems. We know he has Molten Vortex now. We haven't seen any other enchantments, but Molten Vortex is so good that I'm considering bringing in Enlightened Ascetic. What's not so good against him? Maybe Read the Bones. I mean, against this guy, we need to be affecting the board like every turn. And Read the Bones doesn't do that, so yeah, we'll put the Ascetic in. And that's about it. Yep. Let's run this back out there. On to game 3. Okay, well, I think this is hard to know. We do have 2/2 drops, and we have a way to draw what we need. So I think I'm going to keep it. If we draw lands, then it's going to look really bad, and it could happen. And maybe since my opponent mulliganed, I should have as well. But I feel pretty good with what we've got here. Hey, now we have a 1-drop who can stave off death for us if we need him to. Wow, and another 1-drop. I think this turn I just play the Cleric, and then next turn I play both of those. Yeah, it is nice at times that Yoked Ox can attack, because like if I needed to get 1 damage across, and the only way to do it was to swing with my Yoked Ox and use... I guess I could just swing with my Anointer of Champions, though, to be fair, but... and get the same effect. Ooh, he got an Abbot. That's a little bit scary for me. And he hit a land with it, which is probably what he needed. Okay. I think I play Shadows. And I think it's okay for me to hold off swinging here because I have Anointer of Champions and next turn can use it to get a guy through. So I think for now I just pass. I do have 3 creatures in play, and if they all died, I'd only be 1 creature away from shadowsing, so hopefully that doesn't happen, but... Okay. He definitely has the tools to do a lot of damage to us. We've seen a lot of combat tricks out of him. I would block here with my Yoked Ox, like unless he Mighty Leaps, in which case I wouldn't. But I'm going to block here with my Yoked Ox more than likely. If he swings. Looks like he will. I'm happy trading Yoked Ox for a combat trick, especially because I get to Scry, which is pretty big right now given our amazing hand. Oh, he may be about to Mighty Leap. No, he's Fiery Impulsing. That's okay. That lets us Scry as well. I think I'm happy with that. Am I, though? I can't play it next turn, but it's going to be pretty big when I can play it. Although we don't have the most amazing creatures right now, to be honest, but I think I still put it on top. But if he wants to use another trick to get rid of my Yoked Ox, then so be it. Alright, he didn't. We can't play our Valor yet, but that's okay. I think we swing in with our Anointer. Big 1 damage. Yoked Ox is doing a lot of work in this game, that's for sure. Is he going to Mighty Leap this time? Okay, I'm happy with that trade. Also get to Scry again. As does he, but... Alright, so we'll Scry. Don't want that. Drew a land anyway, but now we get to play Knightly Valor, which gives this guy Vigilance and gives me a Knight token. Cool thing is I can attack with both of them and then still tap the Anointer to pump my Knight if I need to. Two more creatures in the yard and we can start Shadowsing, but we don't really want to like make that happen if we don't have to. I'll just take the Abbot now if he swings with it. If he wants to burn a combat trick on like hitting us for damage, I think that works out okay for us. I probably do block that with my Knight token. That's some good value, you know, half a card taking down one of his cards and I get to Scry, so I'm okay with that. And 2 creatures died, so I actually get to Scry twice. It does make my guy bigger, but what I kind of want right now is a creature more than anything, so I'm going to put that on the bottom. And that is indeed a creature, and I'm happy with that creature. Okay. Play our Griffin. Play our land. Swing away. Bring him down to 13. End the turn. Yeah, the scrying's been pretty big since we started. You know, most 5-land hands I wouldn't have kept, but that one worked okay because we were able to scry so many times. And like I said before, I can actually swing with both and do a lot, get a lot of work done. Like, you know, hit for 3 and then hit for 4 with this because I can actually tap my Anointer because of its vigilance. This time we're just taking the Abbot all the way. Like I said, if he wants to burn some combat tricks on hitting me for a bunch of damage, I think I'm okay with it. What's he doing for 4 mana? It's a little scary. Ah, Searing Blaze, okay. And he had, whatchamacallit, but that does put a 3rd creature in our graveyard. So we can Shadows of the Past it up pretty soon. We're just going to take the 3 here. Well, that's pretty useless right now, actually. But it does give us an out if things get really ugly on our opponent's side of the board. Ugly for us, I mean. It can actually tap itself. I don't really plan on blocking that guy, so let's just hit him for 4. I'm happy with that. I mean, if he plays a guy with haste, it'll look a little silly, I guess, but then I can always just Tragic Arrogance my way out of it. Alright. Keeping his Abbot back is actually probably a pretty good idea. And that's actually pretty annoying for us right now. Well, that solves that problem. He may have a way to burn our guy and make him die too, I guess. Ah, yeah, he can also do that. But that takes care of one of his creatures. And I get to scry. And we don't want that. We can't really swing now, though, that's for sure. We'll end our turn. Might have been worth it to swing first, I guess, but if he blocked at all, then my guy would have died. Like, if I block now, how much does this cost to do? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If I had 10 mana, I probably would be willing to just block with my Anointer and just start doing that every turn, but I don't think it's big enough yet. I mean, if my Anointer dies, it's a pretty good bonus to be able to do that. There's that freaking Molten Vortex. Where's our Enlightened Ascetic when we want him? He'd actually be really good right now, because I'd also be super willing to chump with him. Yeah, we'll just take 3 here, all the way. His own Anointer, huh? Right, that's a creature for us. Comes into play tapped, unfortunately, but here's a creature nonetheless. Trying to decide if I want to pump it right now. I think I do. Brings him down to 5. I could Tragic Arrogance, but it just wouldn't do much right now, and I'd lose. I don't really want to lose anything. Like, if he gets ahead of us, I'll Tragic Arrogance, and then I'll have Shadows online. Maybe I should do it anyway just to get Shadows online, but Yeah, he is very aggressive. He just keeps getting in there with that Abbott. He has no interest in keeping him back. He could. There's no reason he has to attack every turn. All right. Well, we're going to attack with both our guys. See if he has a way to deal with it. No blocks, huh? Okay, he discarded a land to do 2 to our guy. Now he can block it, I guess, if he wants, and take it down. But then we have Shadows online, and he's taking 2, so... Still have Shadows online, and we get to Scry. And I'm happy with that. He does go down to 3. We're at 8 mana. No, he has no cards in his hand. So if he draws a land here, he hits me for 5. If he draws a combat trick here, he hits me, like, let's say it's Mighty Leap, he hits me for 6. So no matter what, I'm going to survive and make it to my turn to Shadows of the Past for the win. Because I can gain 2 life. And he loses 2 life. Yeah, so he's scooped. I didn't actually get to use it. Yeah, so that was match 1. Our deck wasn't amazing. Our opponent helped us out with some Mana Screw, but Shadows of the Past ended up being like big value right there. And that was fun. I haven't actually had it be that good for me before, but it's very good in this deck, I think. We have lots of removal, and we have lots of creatures that can die and turn it on eventually. Actually, we don't have a lot, but we have enough. So anyway, thanks for watching round 1. I'll see you for